Now the topic is Maxwell's equations in integral form. Okay. We already learned that electric field, electric charges, magnetic field, and electromagnetic induction, alternating current. So from these, all this knowledge can be contained a four set of equations. That is the Maxwell's equations. Okay. So there is a four set of equations, and the first one is Gauss law. Gauss law we learned in electrostatics, right? So in electrostatics we learned the Gauss law is just consider isolate point charge Q. It could be placed in any arbitrary closed surface, right? Now the field lines are radially outward. This is what we learned in electrostatics. Yes or no? Yes. Now the net electric flux enclosed by the surface is integral of E vector dot dl vector could be equal to E vector dot dA vector could be equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. This E vector is nothing but electric field. Q enclosed is nothing but charge enclosed. Okay. So from Gauss law, integral of E vector or dA vector could be equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. So this equation indicates that the electric field line starts from positive charge and terminate at negative charge. So, and do not form a continuous closed path. Yes or no? Yes, because here we used only a separate charge. Either we can use positive charge or a negative charge. So in Gauss law electrostatics, it can be used only a isolate point charge here, right? This is the first equations of Maxwell's. That is equation number 1. And the second equation is, and that equation has no name, but it is similar to Gauss law, so we name it as Gauss law in magnetism. So in Gauss law in magnetism, so we consider a magnet here. It has two poles, that is north pole and south pole. And this magnet could be placed in any arbitrary surface, right? So at that time, the field lines can be passing from north pole to south pole. We know that. Right? So how many fields can come in from north to south? So both are equal here. So the equation is integral of B vector dot dA vector could be equal to 0. Why? Because the surface integral of the magnetic field around any closed surface, that could be equal to 0. Right? And here this forms a continuous closed path. In Gauss law and electrostatics, do not form a continuous closed path here. But here it forms a continuous closed path. And one more thing, here only a monopole, isolate point charge can be exist. But here no isolated magnetic monopole can exist because it has two poles. One is north, another one is south. Okay. This is the second equations of Maxwell's equation. Okay. And the third equation is, that is Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction equation. So we learned already that Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, which is nothing but by changing the magnetic field, electric field is produced. Yes or no? Yes. So that equation is the integral of E vector dot dl vector could be equal to minus d phi b by dt. Yes or no? Yes. So which means the line integral of the electric field over a closed path, that would be equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux over a closed path, right? This what is nothing but Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. This is the third equations of Maxwell's equation. So this is equation number 3. Okay. And the fourth equation is, that is modified Ampere's law. That is also we learned in the last class, that is modified Ampere's law. We can name it as Ampere's Maxwell's law. That is integral of B vector dot dl vector could be equal to mu naught into I. You know it. This I is a total current. Total current could be equal to what? Sum of the conduction current and the displacement current. So mu naught into IC plus ID. So we know displacement current equation. Yes or no? So integral of B vector dot dl vector could be equal to mu naught into IC plus this ID equation is epsilon naught into d phi E by dt. So mu naught is common here. We can multiply on both sides. Then the equation becomes integral of b vector dot dl vector could be equal to mu naught into IC. That IC is nothing but I enclosed current. I enclosed plus mu naught into epsilon naught d phi E by dt. This phi is nothing but electric flux. Yes or no? So that equation is integral of b vector dot dl vector could be equal to mu naught I enclosed plus mu naught epsilon naught. This d by dt of phi equation is integral of E vector dot dA vector. This is the fourth equations of Maxwell, that is Ampere's Maxwell's law. Okay, so this equation shows that the conduction current and the displacement current which produces the magnetic field. Okay, so there are four equations. The first one is Gauss law in electrostatics. And the second one is Gauss law in magnetism. So first equation, Gauss law in electrostatics, that is integral of E vector dot dA vector could be equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. And the second one is Gauss law in magnetism, that is integral of B vector dot dA vector could be equal to 0. And the third one is integral of E vector dot dl vector could be equal to minus d by dt of phi b. First, second and third. And this is the fourth equation. These four set of equations are known as the Maxwell's equations in integral form. So one thing, by using these four equations, Maxwell predicted that light is in electromagnetic waves, right? And one more thing, and what would be the speed of light in free space or vacuum? It could be calculated by using this four set of equations. So these equations can give assurance to the existence of electromagnetic waves.